Tuanigamanuolepola Tua Tagovailoa, /?TUNG-oh-vy-LOA? TUNG-oh-vy-LOA, born March 2, 1998, is an American football quarterback for the Miami Dolphins of the National Football League, NFL. He played college football at the University of Alabama, and was drafted by the Dolphins in the first round of the 2020 NFL Draft. He is of Samoan descent and was born and raised in Hawaii, where he attended St. Louis School in Honolulu. He then attended Alabama to play college football, where he helped to lead the Crimson Tide to back-to-back national championship game appearances following the 2017 and 2018 seasons, winning the former and being named its MVP. Tagovailoa won several other awards and honors for the 2018 season, including the Maxwell and Walter Camp Awards, as well as being named a Heisman Trophy runner-up. He suffered a dislocated hip that prematurely ended his 2019 season, leading to a lengthy recovery. He is notably a left-handed quarterback despite being right-handed, which was taught to him by his father as a child. Tuanigamanuolepola Tagovailoa, /?T-Go-Va-Lo? TUNG-oh-vy-LOA, 1, was born on March 2, 1998 in Ewa Beach, Hawaii to Galu and Diane Tagovailoa, the oldest of 4 children in a Samoan family. 2-3, he was said to have grown up with an intense interest in football, with his parents noting that he would sleep with a football under his arm every night as a small child. 2, during Pop Warner games when he 8 years old, when his peers could typically throw a football little more than 10 yards, he routinely threw passes more than 30 yards. 4. His main inspiration as a child was his grandfather, Seu, who was respected enough in the local Samoan community that he was regularly addressed as Chief Tagovailoa. Seu believed that Tua would eventually grow into a football star, and he requested that he visit him after every game to give him a report, no matter the time of day. Tua briefly considered quitting football after Seu's death in mid-2014, until he and his father agreed that he could best honor him by continuing to play. 4-5. When Tagovailoa began varsity football in high school, he threw for 33 passing touchdowns during his first season with 3 interceptions and 2,583 passing yards. 6. Tagovailoa said a big inspiration and motivation for his performance was how his father disciplined him, saying he used a belt whenever Tagovailoa threw an interception. 2. In 2016, Tagovailoa played in the All-American Bowl. 7. And in his regular season threw for 2,669 passing yards with 27 passing touchdowns and 7 interceptions. He was also chosen to be a part of the Elite 11 roster as one of the top high school quarterbacks in the nation, where he was named MVP of that roster. 8. Tagovailoa was deemed a 4-star recruit during the 2017 recruiting cycle and was ranked the top high school prospect in the state of Hawaii. 9. He attended St. Louis School when? In Honolulu, the same school as 2014 Heisman Trophy winner Marcus Mariota. 10, where Mariota served as a mentor to him when they were growing up in Hawaii. 11, he had 17 offers from colleges to play on a college football scholarship, including UCLA, Oregon, and Colorado, eventually enrolling in the University of Alabama in January 2017. As a true freshman, Tagovailoa was the backup to sophomore quarterback Jalen Hurts throughout the 2017 season. However, he experienced significant playing time due to a couple of blowout victories for the Crimson Tide. On September 9, he made his collegiate debut against Fresno State in a home game at Bryant-Denny Stadium. In the 41-10 victory, he finished 6 of 9 for 64 yards and his first career passing touchdown, which was a 16-yard pass to wide receiver Henry Ruggs 312. On September 23, in a 59-0 victory against Vanderbilt, he got more playing time and recorded 103 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns. 13. In the next game, against SEC West rival Ole Miss, he recorded his first collegiate rushing touchdown in a 66-3 victory. 14. In the annual rivalry game against Tennessee, he finished with 134 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 interception, and 1 rushing touchdown in the 45-7 victory. 15. On November 18, in a game against Mercer, he threw for 3 passing touchdowns in the 56-0 victory. 16. On January 8, 2018, he replaced Hurts in the second half of the 2018 College Football Playoff National Championship due to ineffective play by Hurts. 17. He threw the game-winning 41-yard touchdown pass in overtime to another true freshman, Wide receiver Devonta Smith as the Crimson Tide defeated the Georgia Bulldogs, 26-23, claiming their 17th national championship. He finished the game 14 of 24 for 166 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns and 1 interception, along with 27 rushing yards on 12 attempts. 18-19, Tagovailoa was named the offensive MVP of the game. 20. On September 1, 2018, Tagovailoa made his first career start at the season's opening game, against Louisville, in Orlando, Florida. He finished 12 of 16, with 227 passing yards and 2 touchdowns in the 51-14 victory, before Jalen Hurts replaced him in the third quarter. 21. During Alabama head coach Nick Saban's weekly Monday press conference following the victory, he announced Tagovailoa as the starter for the Crimson Tide's home opener against Arkansas State on September 8. 22. In the 62-7 victory over Ole Miss, he was 11 of 15 for 191 passing yards and 2 touchdowns to go along with 47 rushing yards. 23. He continued his efficient season against Texas A&M with 387 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown in the 45-23 victory. 24. In a limited role against Louisiana, he was 8 of 8 passing for 128 passing yards and 2 passing touchdowns in the 56-14 victory. 25. In the next game against Arkansas, he had more passing touchdowns than incompletions as he went 10 of 13 for 334 passing yards and 4 passing touchdowns in the 65-31 victory. 26. Following the regular season, he finished second in the Heisman Trophy voting to Oklahoma QB Kyler Murray, but he won the Walter Camp Award and Maxwell Award for 2018, both awarded to the top player in college football. 27. While recovering from the high ankle sprain he suffered during the SEC Championship against Georgia, Tagovailoa put on a nearly flawless offensive performance against Oklahoma in the 2018 Orange Bowl, 24 of 27 with 318 yards passing, 4 TDs and 0 INTs, to lead the Tide to their 4th consecutive CFP National Championship appearance. He was also named Offensive MVP of that game. 28. In the 2019 National Championship loss, 44-16, against Clemson, Tagovailoa went 22 of 34 with 295 passing yards, 2 TDs and 2 INTs. 29. He also set a new NCAA FBS passer rating record of 199.4 for the season, surpassing the record 198.9 set by Baker Mayfield in 2017. 30. Tagovailoa began his junior season at the Chick-fil-A kickoff game with a victory against Duke in Atlanta. He finished 26 of 31 with 336 passing yards, 4 TDs and no interceptions before sitting out the fourth quarter. 31. The second game of the season was a home opener victory against New Mexico State. Tagovailoa finished that game 16 of 24 with 227 passing yards, 4 total TDs, 1 rushing, and no interceptions before sitting out the fourth quarter. 32. In his third game of the season, a victory against South Carolina, Tagovailoa finished 28 of 36 with 444 passing yards, 5 TDs and no interceptions. 33. In the Tide's 49-7 victory against Southern Miss, Tagovailoa finished 17 of 21 with 293 passing yards, 5 TDs and no interceptions. 34. In the Tide's fifth game, a victory against Ole Miss, Tagovailoa finished 26 of 36 with 418 passing yards, 7 TDs, 1 rushing, and no interceptions. 35. In the Tide's 47-28 victory against Texas A&M, Tagovailoa finished 21 of 34 with 293 passing yards, 4 TDs and 1 interception. 36. Tagovailoa left the Tide's sixth game against Tennessee early in the second quarter after suffering a high ankle sprain. 37. He underwent surgery to repair the ankle the following day, and did not play in the next game against Arkansas, a 48-7 victory led by QB Mac Jones. 38-39. Tagovailoa returned 3 weeks post-surgery to play in the 46-41 loss to top-ranked LSU. 40. Despite some struggles, a fumble and INT, in the first half of that game, Tagovailoa rebounded after halftime to finish 21 of 40 with 413 passing yards, 4 TDs and 1 interception. 41. In the Tide's matchup against Mississippi State, Tagovailoa led the team to a 35-7 lead, 14 of 18, 256 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, before leaving the game after a sack that saw his knee driven into the ground, causing his hip to dislocate and fracturing the posterior wall, as well as suffering a broken nose and concussion. 42-43, he was carted off the field and flown to a Birmingham hospital before undergoing surgery in Houston 2 days later. 43, in January 2020, Tagovailoa announced that he would forego his senior year and enter the 2020 NFL Draft. 44,